Unstoppable. I'm Rose, and I'm here at the Xfinity Reality Bar with Chase Chrisley and Caroline Lunny from reality TV fame. You guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having
us. All right, Chase, I'm going to ask you the obvious question. I mean, I can't not ask this question.
Okay.
Like, really, which Chrisley does know you best and why?
Oh, my dad, for sure. I mean, I'm closest with my dad. We get along, and he wants to be me sometimes, so.
Why does he want to be you?
Because I'm younger, I got more life to live.
Oh my God. Right. All right, I mean, that's understandable. I get it. All right, so the both of you are...
My mom and your dad, they're the same person.
Really? Oh,
For
God.
sure.
God
Wait,
bless
how
you.
so?
Just a little bit that I know about his dad. It's just, they're very similar, and I think my mom also wants to be me sometimes. You just gotta be like, you know, I think that's what parents do. They just want to live vicariously through their kids sometimes.
Has your mom done anything to show you, like, Mom, calm down, I got this? Like, what has she done?
So his sister was Miss Tennessee Teen USA, and I was Miss Massachusetts USA a little while back. But like, pageant moms are like a real thing. Was your mom like a super pageant mom?
No, my dad, like, took over that.
See, but that's why my mom and your dad are like, they're the same. I feel like they just want the best for their kids. Is what they do, you know?
My dad's, like, my best friend, though.
What's a great quality about him that makes him your best friend?
I just know that no matter what, like, I'm loved unconditionally, and no matter what I do, I can always pick up the phone and call him, and he'll be there.
Oh, what about you?
Same. Like, yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know, what moms are and dads are for, I guess.
So the both of you guys are really recognizable now because of
I
the.
don't know that.
Why wouldn't you think that?
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I went home week 4 on my show, so don't get too excited.
Okay.
But I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, we're always happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
Sure.
But you guys are so recognizable. So Caroline, I'll start with you. Like, when you're walking down the street, like, what has been the most crazy, most memorable fan moment encounter that you've had recently?
Ooh, shoot. People just come up and they're like, "Oh, hi, it's you," and then they run away, and you're like, you can say hi, like, hang out for a bit, like, and it's weird when they like come and then they just like, and then they leave. And you're like, I'm not that cool. Like, you can hang out for a second. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. So that's. What about you? Anything crazy?
I was in New York for Christmas with my girlfriend, and these girls come up, and they were just crying. They weren't even talking. They were just like, "It's so nice to meet you." And I was like, "You okay?"
Like,
I was
crying.
like, did I hurt your feelings or something?
I get that, though, because if I met Barack Obama, like, I know I would cry.
Oh my God.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a few people you, like, know that, I'm sorry I didn't cry when I met you.
That's okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
So being reality stars, right, there's so many changes that have probably happened. Like, what was your life like before being a reality star? And then what is the biggest difference now that you guys are so recognizable?
I think with me, like, I started, we've been doing this for 6 years now. So, like, I was young. But, I mean, the thing that's changed for us, I mean, I think I just had to grow up really fast, and there was just a lot of responsibility really fast, and I've learned how to handle that quick.
Caroline?
I feel like I'm pretty much the same. Like, I'm sure that there are some differences, but I don't know. I don't think too much has changed, and aside from just people know you here and there.
Everybody's in your business.
Everybody's in your business. It's so weird when people, like, I'll tweet something like I'll have, like, a super, like, emo, like AIM away message style tweet, and just be, I felt something completely unrelated to the show, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, there's something going on with Becca and Garrett and Tia and, like, all my friends from the show," and you're like, this actually just has nothing to do with them, but people, like, come up with this weird speculation, and then apparently there'll be, like, some board or something where they come up with this alternate reality of my life, and I'm like, no, I was just being dramatic, like, in my own life.
Like, calm down.
I just was having a me moment, but I forget that all you people watch my shit. Like, I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Sorry. Stop, watch my things.
Every time I'm out, people will, like, come up to me and they're like, "So does your dad know where you're at?" And I'm like, "No,
Like,
I'm almost 23. No, he doesn't."
Does your dad know where you are right now? Like, no. Like, no one's parents. Like, actually, my mom must find my.
And it'll be like girls saying that, and I'm like, "Does your dad know what you're wearing right now?"
Yeah, that's accurate.
Well, like,
Probably should.
what's
Yeah.
something that, you know, because your life is out there, what's something that maybe fans don't know that, you know, you want to, like, reveal? Like, simple stuff. What's on your night table right now?
On my what?
Like
on,
your
on your end table.
your nightside table.
Oh.
My room looks like a bomb went off right now, so there's a lot of stuff everywhere. But I think I have I'm notorious for leaving cups everywhere.
Oh, I'm bad about
half-drank
that too.
Cups.
I'm like half water bottles everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the same. And no, my water bottles never have caps on them. I don't know why. Just leave the caps off. Does that mean I'm a serial killer? Maybe. Sorry.
OMG, we'll have to talk to Joe Kenda about that later.
Anyways.
No worries at all. But are you guys dating at all? What's changed in that arena, I should ask? What was it like before? What is it like now, Caroline? Okay, Chase. Let Chase start.
I mean, there's definitely a lot more opportunities now. But
Okay.
but no, I'm dating someone right now. We've been dating for 5 months.
Okay, so it's fairly new.
Fairly new, yes.
So,
but my family likes her, so that's a plus.
Okay.
Because my last one, they did not.
They didn't.
Why do they like her?
I don't think anybody.
She's a hoe? Okay.
That was
Wait,
my
can
dad.
Can you say that one more time a little louder?
was a hoe.
Oh man. She did not get the stamp of approval.
No.
Now I know why you liked her. Anyways.
Okay.
So now that you recognize, you have a girlfriend, you're taken, he's taken.
Wait,
that
how did you
lady.
guys meet?
Which one?
How many girlfriends do you have?
No, I got one. I have one. No, we met on vacation in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Is she from here?
No, she's from New York.
Is there a canned line that you say to girls who are trying to date you?
I got a girlfriend.
Plain and simple.
I got a
cut and
girlfriend.
dry.
I gotta go.
Gotta go.
I gotta go.
Sorry, my dad's calling me. Gotta go.
Exactly.
Gotta go.
Caroline?
Oh,
Yeah, Miss Bachelor, let's hear it.
I'm a bachelorette, thank you. I'm very single at the moment.
But what was dating like before? And then how has it drastically changed now?
So dating before, I don't know. I mean, I was a serial monogamous. I went through from break up with someone, accidentally meet someone, 2 weeks later, and just very.
So you rebound quick.
I did, and then I took some serious time off, and then I had a doozy of a breakup that kind of, you have those breakups that you go through and they break your heart a bit, and you just don't trust anyone ever again, and then here you are. So you won The Bachelor. I go on a TV show for dating, and yeah. So I mean, I did a few shows this year, and they were interesting, and sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't, but sometimes they work, and I'm not allowed to say more than that, so.
Okay, so I don't want you to leak any new information, but what's something that you learned from the show? If you could go and tell yourself before you went on these shows, right before you went on these shows, what would you tell yourself?
What did I tell myself before going on those shows? I think don't read any comments because people can be really mean. I think otherwise it's been such a wonderful experience. I think I've made amazing friendships through all of this, and I feel I have been very present in the moment. But sometimes people just are really mean and that's the problem.
They're trolls.
You have these trolls, and you don't want to read their stuff.
Everybody reads them. People say, oh, they don't read them. Everybody sees it.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
There's some that have made me cry. I'm not gonna lie. So, but I cry over a lot of things.
And if I don't see them, my dad, I can look at my comments and my dad's cussing them out. So.
You had up my answer after you know what it is. Just a gold mine for me. Help a girl out.
So, Chase, what about you? If you could go to season 1, right before the very first episode, what's some advice that you would give your past self?
If I could go back, I'd tell myself just to take it slow because I didn't. I thought I was all that and then some. So I had to be humbled, and then I came out of it, and I'm better now. But I mean, I was so young, and it came so fast. So I think I would just take it slow and breathe and enjoy the moment.
Were there any moments where you wish you could be humbled?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I
sorry.
bet I got humbled.
Or any moments that you remember that you're
How
like,
did you-
oh
how did you
man.
get
My
humbled?
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one moment that you remember out of all of them?
There wasn't like one moment. I mean, I've definitely seen like the way I was acting and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I just really don't like the way I'm coming across right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I learned from that, but it was too late.
Do you guys watch yourselves after and be like, oh my God, that was really awful?
I have a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times, and I was like, ah.
What was the moment?
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Oh, come on, you have to tell us. What was it?
I just made like some bad decisions. Like I would go out and then I would have to film early the next day, and I was just like, I shouldn't have done that. So it was just like my
But
presentation.
at the end of the day, it is a reality. It's a glimpse into your life. Like, you're gonna go out and you're gonna have to film the next day, but
No, I ain't doing it again. I'm done. I am done doing that. I saw the way I looked. I'm done.
we all have those. I felt that way after New Year's this year. It's like, I don't know where all these drinks came from and why I don't remember anything.
I was in bed by 11.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's my goal next year, is to be in bed when the ball drops and roll over and go to bed like right at 12:01. Like, cool, saw it, done. Yeah.
Well, what about you?
What was the question?
Like moments when you watch yourself on TV and you're like, oh my gosh, cringeworthy moments. What are those? What do you remember?
Okay, so for my show that I did this summer, I had to go to the bathroom really, really badly, and they were like, I just like had to pee really bad. You know what I mean? It's like, it was a long car ride. I was in Mexico. I was like overhydrating, and they were like, you can go to the bathroom when you get there. I'm like, let's just go. And they're like really pushing me. I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, spend 45 minutes in the car, like. And I got in there and I'm talking to one of the guys, and I was like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom, and I just left, and I thought he knew like I was done talking to him, and he didn't get that, and so he just sat there and waited for me to go to the bathroom. It was the most like, it just was weird because everyone was like, while we were filming, they're all right there while I was going to the bathroom, and you can, like,
They were filming you go to the bathroom?
pretty much, like you could hear the toilet flush, and I just was like, that was just, for me it was awkward, but
You gotta unplug that mic.
it just was like the camera guy was like not like in the stall, but he was like in the bathroom. And I was very awkward when I walked into the last show that I did. The first day, I was very like, I didn't know what was going on. I just had to go to the bathroom, and for me, it was just really mortifying to watch. So much so that I didn't end up actually watching the next episode because I just was like, that's enough. I can't take.
Like I can't deal with this.
You already got the
anymore.
worst part. You know you didn't do it in the next episode.
You know what? Sometimes you just hit your max and you're like, I'm done here. Like, I don't want to watch anymore. And yeah, I didn't even think the first show, I didn't even watch all my episodes. But you're like, I did this, I loved it, I don't need to watch it again.
I mean, all good. I mean, well, let's take that like cringeworthy moment. So being on reality shows, think back to your very first like episode or very first experience when you didn't know anything. What are some like behind the scenes information that you learn, like, oh, this is what happens in reality shows that you never knew?
I didn't realize how many people it took to actually run a production.
Oh, I know. That's so. It changes the way you watch television.
100%.
When you come home, like when I came home from the show and I'm watching the show, like there are 800 people behind the cameras of this one sex scene they're having. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many. There's a lighting guy. There's a boom guy. There's all the things. I never had a sex scene myself personally, but
I'm like, how do you know
Any other
this?
shows that you're watching, but like I think I was watching some show and they were getting it on, and I just was like, oh, that's so weird. There are so many people there. I'm so sorry for you. But
Well, my girlfriend, she gets mad at me. She's like, "You're like ruining TV for me." I'm like, "Why?" Because like I'll point out, I'll be like, "You see that? That wasn't there." And the continuity, I was like, "That wasn't there." And she's like, "Just stop. Let me enjoy it."
But if you're like, nope, that's a lie. Like that's all. There's something that happened on the Kardashians, and Scott was supposed to be building a crib, but then like he was pretend building a crib because I noticed the design on it. I'm like, that's like a $100 crib. Like that's weird that the Kardashians would do that, and then they have their like fancy crib. And I'm like, that was a lie. So there are little pieces of shows that they do fabricate a bit. If you just
Yeah.
can keep an eye out for them, sometimes you can catch it.
So that's new information for the both of you when you first filmed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you talked about the Kardashians. So when you're not watching your own shows, what shows are you into? And it doesn't have to be reality. It could be, what shows are you binging and really into right now?
I just finished Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, so good.
That was so good. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
It's messed up.
Oh.
It's really messed up.
I'm watching
But
like
it's really
Power and Billions. Those are my two favorite right now.
I've heard of these shows, so I need to add these to my list.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I think it's on Stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, on Stars. That's a very, very popular show.
Yeah.
And like,
You haven't heard of it?
Under a rock, apparently.
Have you seen it?
I have.
What do you think?
It's good. It's good.
Are we allowed to show who's in it?
I can, but I'll tell you later because I want to concentrate on the both of you because that's really why
I'm
we're
always down for
here.
getting new shows to watch. So if anyone knows any good shows I should be watching,
Orange is the
please.
New Black.
Oh, I'm a little behind on that one. I have so many like. that I
So
wanna
you
watch.
want a list of shows like the must-see shows. Oh well, fans, if you have any
Please,
suggestions,
tweet me your suggestions.
there you go.
I need some shows.
Caroline needs some shows. But getting back on topic, so the both of you have very different shows, very different reality genres. Like, what would you say? I mean, we know the obvious difference, but I mean, between the two of you, you were talking when we were just sort of hanging out before this, we're talking about the big differences.
The dynamic of our shows are completely different.
Very different, yeah.
I envy you because yours is like you're hanging out with your family. It feels safer. Like you have your dad. You're
Well,
just, like,
sometimes.
making sure everyone's in line. But like, it's true sometimes. But with my show, it was weird because you're competing with other women to date one man. So it's this weird little like polygamy battle. Like,
Yeah, I mean, ours is like, honestly, it's been a blessing for my entire family because we get to work together every day, and no matter what, they get on my nerves, but they're still there. They're still gonna be there, and I enjoy
your family's
it.
gonna get on your nerves no matter what.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
you
know.
might as well,
Oh, yeah.
like, get to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky. I'm blessed, and I love to do it with them.
So what's the dynamic like when the cameras are off?
Ooh, good.
We're much closer. I think we're much closer than people realize. Like, Savannah and I, like, we went through the phase like where we wanted to have a bunch of friends, and then now we're just like, yeah, let's just hang out with each other.
No, I hate people. I can relate.
Yeah.
I mean, what about you? What is it like when the cameras are off? Like, what's a typical day for you?
Well, I feel like for me, so the last show I just did about a month ago, and it was just, it's weird because it was the most comfortable that I've felt in that situation and with like the person that I was with. And so like he just made it really easy and I really enjoyed his company. The second the cameras would come around, we'd both be like, so what's your favorite color? And you get really weird and you kind of, because like sometimes they're like really smooth and stealth and they like sneak up on you. And then other times they're like very clunky and like you hear them rustling in the bushes and you're like, oh, you're in there. Like, I see you. But it's weird because it removes you a little bit from the
moment.
Kind of the organic moment.
Yeah.
And so as much as people love to be like, oh, like they're weird or she's this or she's that, it's like you have to keep in mind like you are removed a little bit from reality sometimes when that fourth wall is broken.
So, okay, how do you go from this crazy high adrenaline, everyone's around you because of the reality show? How do you transition and decompress when the cameras are gone, you're done sort of quote unquote working and being on camera? What is that like? How hard is it? What do you do? What are like some things that you do to cope?
I think that it's just important to have like a good foundation around you. Know who the real people in your life are. Know who the people that are going to be there regardless whether it's there or it's not. And like I said, I mean, I've got my family, so and like I get to work with them. So when the cameras go away, as long as we're all together, my dad has a way of just calming everybody down.
What's that? Like, does he have like a technique? Is there
I know it's just
some
like
ritual that you guys do? Or
just spending time together, and like we try to like eat as many meals together as we can.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So there's a huge difference between when your cameras go off and when my cameras go off. Because when my cameras go off means, girl, bye. Like, that means you're off the show. Like, the second, so, like, you've been filming for years. So, for me, it was, like, 24/7 consecutively for however long you end up staying. So, when, it's weird. So, when I finished the first show, you come home and, like, I came home and my roommates had stepped out and I was just, like, in the house by myself. And, like, I had, like, this weird, like, abandonment issue. And I was like, I'm alone. And it's so weird. It's so weird because you go from having all these people be around all day, every day, and then you almost like don't trust that you're actually alone. It's weird, but I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it totally does,
like-
because you're like there's so many people around watching your every move, and then all of a sudden you're thrust into just being alone. Like how does that mess with your head at all, or like when you are truly alone, are you paranoid? Like what's that like?
I think you have like or at least for me, like you have I get like a million thoughts racing. Like when I'm like really by myself, I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like you almost don't know how to be by yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like this year has been just a whirlwind for me, just because it was my first year, like kind of in the mix of all of this stuff. You know, we did a lot of different live shows. I was traveling a lot and everything, and I feel like January 1st was like kind of really a fresh start for me in so many ways. Just because, like, okay, my shows are done. I'm not doing any more shows. I will never do another show, like anything. Like, and so for me, it's just. I took my garbage out and I like broke down my recycling boxes, and like I know it sounds like such a dad thing to do, but like I found such joy in doing that. Just like this moment where it's not anything like crazy and fancy, and I'm not being pulled in 8 million directions, and just kind of like doing a silly, stupid like daily task. Just was like, God, thank you. Just be relaxed. I know it's stupid, but
No, not at all.
I'm an old lady.
I shop
What do you shop for normally?
for other people.
Oh,
Honestly, yeah.
How altruistic of you.
All right, what's the best gift you've given somebody?
Ooh. Probably to my mom. I like to spoil my mom.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good man.
I
Spoil
get her
your
stuff.
mama.
I mean, I try to get my mom flowers all the time, but then like I'll surprise her with a bag every
That's
now and
really
then.
nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Todd. You raised him right.
We're still working on it.
So far, so good.
We're still good.
I mean, we're a couple of days into the new year. I mean, did you guys make any New Year's resolutions?
I want to get in better shape, but
Yeah.
I said that every year.
I say that every day. So yeah, getting in shape. I think for me, just being a little more present and saying no to more things, because I feel like you have to say yes to so many things and really kind of take on as much as you can and whatnot. But I think for me, just kind of being like, no, like I want to do a little less and just kind of be more present. And I struggle with like anxiety sometimes too, and I think that's just a huge piece for me, is just like kind of dumbing it down a bit. So.
Okay. So, we talked about shows, we talked about all this fun stuff. So, Caroline, you recently tweeted that you were looking for a podcast.
Oh yeah, do you have?
Did you think I was going to say something like scandalous? But yeah, you recently tweeted you were looking for a podcast to listen to. I mean, did you get any good suggestions? Did you find any good ones?
There's a whole list, and I screenshotted a few of the things that came up multiple times. I still have only listened to one, and it's the Skinny Confidential, the His and Her podcast. I just love this girl. I love the way that she talks. Like, her questions that she asks her guests are so thoughtful and so, I don't know, it's very like entrepreneurial mindset and stuff like that really gets you thinking, kind of like lights a fire under your ass. And I love that kind of stuff, but she's pretty good. Do you listen to podcasts?
Well, my parents have one they do every week, so
do you
yeah.
guys have a podcast?
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna have to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Add it to my list.
Yeah, what are
You'll hear
some
the
hot
dirt.
topics that are on there that are like...
Well, he's got 5 kids, so they talk about all of us. Our
course.
relationships,
Do you
how...
listen to these?
I've listened to a couple, and I was like, why are you saying this about me? I was like, are you kidding?
The TV show wasn't enough. Like,
Yeah,
that's
as
all
if
it's
that
about.
wasn't enough. You're going to take a day out of your week to just go and talk about us. That's
Like,
nice.
hey, they edited that one scene where you did that thing out, so we're going to talk about it on our podcast now. So you really can't hide from it.
Well, they talk about everything. Like our failures, like whenever we succeed. I mean, it's all out there.
Is there anything that's off limits?
Not with him, no. No.
I mean, with you, is there anything off limits?
No, I'm an open book. Like, I really don't have a lot of things that I'm very private about. I mean, there are certain things that...
We're in the wrong business for privacy.
Yeah, I just like don't...
True.
I just think everyone goes through the same stuff. Like, everyone goes through all these messy things, and I think the more you try to hide it, the more...
You're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, but the thing is I feel like with the day and age that we live in now, the one thing that I really love is that people are sharing so much, and in doing so, all these people who are going through this crap, like, behind the scenes themselves, like, by sharing, like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and not putting a filter on everything, it really allows people to not feel so alone. And I think, for me, like, that's what I love in following people, is like, oh, I can see myself in that person, and I don't think I don't want the highlight reel here. I think I just want people to be dirty and messy, and, like, that's, like, what I think is the good stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But, like, I'll still put, like, a pretty filter on every once in a while, because, you know, your girl needs it. But, I mean, I think being unfiltered as much as you can is, like, the way to go. So.
Yeah.
All right. Then you have to draw the line somewhere. There's a few things where I'm like, just
Yeah.
certain things, but for the most part, I'm pretty much on the list.
All All right.
I don't lie about what I do because it always comes out. So I'm just like, yeah, I did it.
Track of it. It's like
You tell one lie, you gotta tell another lie. Like I'm just like, yeah, I did it.
slippery slope.
Slippery slope. With that, I think we have time for a game.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so it's called Reality TV Show Taboo.
Oh, okay.
So, folks on Twitter, feel free to play along and have your guesses in the comments when you tweet. So, I'm going to look to one of our fantastic persons over here. So, the game is we're going to do 3. So, the best out of 3. So, you get 3, you get 3. And
Okay.
the object of the game is she's going to take one of these pieces of paper. It's going to have a reality TV show on it. She's going to know what it is, and she's going to try and make you guess it without actually saying the words. So,
Okay.
who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll take it.
All right.
All right, so I
Just take one.
So what's the we can't?
You can't say, well, she's trying to make you say
to guess.
the
Okay.
Trying to guess.
show.
Let
Yeah.
me get ready.
But you cannot say the show.
Oh no.
Okay, they're the twins that do. They build houses, and one he sells real estate like me, and then the other one sells. He.
It's on
builds
HG.
stuff.
HGTV. Property Brothers.
Bingo.
Bingo. No, wait. You'll do
Oh, she gets 3,
Yeah,
okay.
3, and then you do 3.
Oh.
So I got 1.
You got 1.
And then we'll do tiebreaker. Another one where there's a ginger husband and he's really funny, and they're taking over Texas. They are taking over everything in Texas, and he's not super ginger, but he's kind of ginger. You know what I mean?
I don't know it.
There's Magnolia Bakery, and
I
then
don't know.
they're doing houses.
I don't know it.
Fixer Upper? Are you kidding? That's
I
like
don't know
the HGTV Holy Grail right there.
All right, so you're 1 and 1.
Sorry, was that not?
I'm 1 for 2.
You guys get that? Okay, sorry.
I'm 1 for 2.
You're right. You're 1 for 2.
It's okay.
Sorry, Chip, I called you a ginger, but kind of are. But you're so cute. Anyways. Oh, okay.
You gotta give me some better.
I don't know.
Is this a pass? All right. We're just gonna toss someone out.
Gotta get out more. I don't watch more TV.
Oh my gosh.
What are these? All right. So, I don't know this show. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pick another one. All right, this is it. This is gonna be it. All right. So, all HGTV. All right. So
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what the other ones were. All right. So you go with a realtor and you go and you look at every
House
single
hunters.
house. Yeah.
All right. Okay,
All right, so I'm 2 for 3.
2 for 3.
Okay.
And so now it's your
Sorry, I didn't know what any of
It's
those
all good. And
shows
remember, folks on Twitter, remember you can help and you can guess and tweet along and play along too. So remember to tweet your guesses.
Oh wow. All right, so this one it's like a family, all very good looking, very funny. Dad's pretty controlling, very controlling. The son's the breadwinner.
Gotta keep going. Give me more.
They all have beautiful smiles.
Okay.
The daughter won Miss Teen Tennessee.
No. I
The
thought
mother's
I was
an
on to it,
angel.
I'm not. Who?
The mother's an angel.
Oh, Chrisley House Best.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just really wanted you to go.
I know you did. All right. All right.
Go in.
This one you have to like conquer your biggest fears, and then you have to like race.
Fear factor?
Boom.
Ooh, it is now. She's got 2.
That's just because I'm good at explaining it.
I'll explain some more. I'll give him a couple more.
Okay, they're out in the ocean, and it's really dangerous. They're trying to get the biggest fish.
Oh, the Wicked something? What's it?
It's really dangerous. They're in the
Perfect
ocean.
Storm one.
That's a movie. That's George Clooney.
Is it George Clooney?
Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg.
Is George Clooney in that movie?
The Perfect Storm?
I haven't seen it in a minute.
Oh, Lord help you.
All right. So, okay.
They go out, it's like a big crew. They go and fish, and they try to get, and it's dangerous.
I'm
It's
sorry.
very deadly.
Deadliest Catch.
Good job.
All right.
I don't get that one because you said the word and I've never seen it.
Yeah. So, wait, we
I hope
tied.
you were able to get these.
Perfect. Sorry.
Sorry.
I literally, when we we watch HGTV. Like, I'm like, I don't know any of this.
And USA, apparently.
Oh, man. What's that one?
My show.
You guys are Tuesday? I like your show. I know your show.
All right.
I like your nanny. Your nanny's cute.
She's
so
the best.
Cute.
What's
She's
the nanny?
She's at the casino right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
She
where my
stays in the casino.
So when I was at Miss USA, you have like a half hour to meet with your family, and like otherwise you're pretty much locked down in rehearsals and everything. And your family comes for 30 minutes. That's all the time that they have to see you. And I was like saying hi to my family and everyone. And I'm like, wait, where's Nana? And they're like, oh, she's on a hot streak at the casino. She couldn't come.
Yeah, well, when my sister
time?
did the Miss Tennessee, she was in, she did the Miss Teen America or something, and we were in Vegas, and
It was Miss Teen USA.
yeah, and my grandma was like,
Come on, you're supposed to know
we gotta hurry up, like I gotta get back. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean you gotta get back?
My Nana and your nanny would be like BFFs, like, 'cause that's my Nana. Just because my thing was originally in Vegas as well, and then the other one was in like Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and
Oh,
then
interesting.
they had a casino there though, and she was a happy
She
camper.
found it.
That's
Yeah,
all
my
she
grandma
needed.
can always sniff out the casino.
Well, that's a pairing that I think folks would want to see. But I mean, other than that, you guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
on.
Thank you for having me.
Caroline, you guys, I hope you guys had fun. We're here in Miami live at the Xfinity Reality Bar. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
All right, everyone.